To start with, Mr. Darshan Shah, how do you assess India positioning in renewable energy market?
You mean the trend? Yeah. So phenomenal actually. So if you see, and if we kind of recap where we are today from where we were, so I would say that you know I'm looking at about say 7-8 years time span, and I can summarize by saying that aided by the you know uh, great policies by the central government and by the state governments, but equally importantly, the initiative taken and the response given by all the developers, the power generation companies and the EPC companies, we have witnessed virtually tenfold increase in the renewable energy over a 7 to 8 year period. And if I get my numbers right, the total renewable generation stands at around 70 gigawatt, which is absolutely phenomenal. But more exciting, if you ask me, is the opportunity which lies ahead. As India marches towards our destiny of becoming a Viksit Bharat by 2047, and the need of energy is going to increase dramatically, and this is in parts driven by Make in India initiative, Digital India initiative. So the energy increase is going to be far steeper than what it was in the past 7-8 years. So that gives enormous opportunities, not only to overall energy generation, but more importantly renewable, and especially in solar.
What is your focus in this time of Renewable Energy India Expo?
So the main focus is basically to demonstrate our superior technology and the power conversion technology, which is the basis of our central and string solar inverter. But more importantly, we'll look at REI as a platform, to engage deeply, converse with our existing customers and new potential customers. And this gives us a lot of ideas in framing our next generation development plan.
What kind of innovations are happening at your end to enhance efficiency and performance in your product range?
So it's 2-3 things. So first is we have our 3-level IGBT technology, and this is backed by our wide range of MTTP, and our products, because of superior design, and they can withstand and operate at much higher ambient than the conventional products in the market. And this is then backed by Hitachi's that passion and manic zeal for quality, not only in manufacturing but equally in design, and that gives us the advantage in terms of product. But equally equally important or critical is our after sales service, and which our company is renowned for, not only for solar but for all the products. And we know that the installations are spread far and wide across the country. So superior technology and reliable products reduces the need for having service. But even when the need for service arises, our network is best in class in the industry, and that has helped us earn the trust of all our customers, and we are the preferred and trusted partner for most of the customers in the market.
Thank you. And what can we expect from Hitachi RE in the coming days in terms of innovation?
So again, this kind of weaves back to the earlier question that the future, the need for energy is going to expand dramatically. So it goes without saying that the need for renewable energy is also going to increase very steeply. And so from our end, the need to come up with more and more efficient products, especially in power electronic space, whether it's UPS or drives, but more so in solar. So, we are based in the outskirts of Ahmedabad in an ultra-modern power electronic manufacturing facility. But to cater to the upcoming demand, we are right now, as we speak, doubling our manufacturing capacity, which will come on stream middle of next year.
That makes sense, sir. And how the recent G20 was promising for India to realize the renewable energy dreams.
Right. So very exciting, and the reason I say that is, so I'm also a chairman of CII Gujarat State Council, and so CII was the secretariat for the B20 action group under the G20, and under the B20, we had to come up with a lot of recommendations, and I'm very happy to say that about 7 important recommendations from the B20 working group organized by CII, involving, uh, you know, participants from more than 50 countries and hosted across 60 different cities in India. Uh, you know, 7 recommendations got adopted in the final Delhi Declaration, and the most important ones was obviously the renewable energy. And so it goes without saying that there is a huge push for the G20 nations, and not only G20 nations. And for this time, we were the voice for the global South, and that all of us need to collaborate and come up with technologies, especially green hydrogen, EV space, as it keeps on maturing and growing, and that is an area for collaboration wherein the world has to come together to collaborate and share technologies so that overall the footprint on the our planet reduces.
How do you consider government's encouragement, especially in policies and regulations?
So policies, I would say, our government, especially driven by our honorable Prime Minister, who is deeply passionate about green energy and renewable energy. So we have good policies in all space, but as as with all things, there is always room for evolution. There is room for improvement, and the same can be applied over here. So there are recommendations in terms of interconnectivity, between grids, say from transporting energy from one state to another, the renewable energy, and of course the green hydrogen. Those policies, if can be streamlined across the states, then we can witness a much faster adoption of the green hydrogen and the newer green energy.